Okay, you're welcome to um, AXC 49, again, Extension and Community Engineering Professional Ethics. Um, Taking Unit 4 to Unit 7 in this video. And Unit 4 talks about identifying personal style. Um, we talked about social engineering procedure in the last video. We ended with that. And I said something that it depends on how you go about this community working engineering solution in community among rural people. So to make this work in an agrarian community, you need to identify your personal style. That means as a good manager, you have to review your work at the end of the day to know how much you have accomplished for the program or the project. By doing this, you have to constantly evaluate and know your strengths, and also motivators and elements that lead to waste of time. Remember, we said the best in doing your work is doing the right um, project at the right time. So you have to constantly evaluate yourself to help you improve your skills, negotiation, delegating, and tools that can help you work better. So it is important to um, have a self review, you know, for yourself. Take your time to check the progress on the work because it's not a straightforward thing. It's more like a maze. It's not like this, then this, then this, just a straight process. No, it's a crazy movement of up and down, back and forth, here and there because we are dealing with people, you have to expect the unexpected. Somebody may get angry, somebody may feel left out, another person may feel he didn't hear very well, he was not carried along. All those things you have to always check and ensure that you're doing your process very well. So, what are your strengths? What are your areas? You have to look at that. What are things that motivate you? You have to put them into place. Then, time management, managing your time very well. You have to plan meetings well enough, prepare very well, delegate things, and do things that help you increase your productivity. Good time management means you are more productive and have more energy to do for things you need to accomplish. That's just it. And so these are personal things you need to put in place as an extension professional. So that's that for basically unit 4. So we'll move on to unit 5, which is talking about human resource management. Now, yeah, being a professional, you have the opportunity to manage other professionals, be responsible for the organization and managing staff and all that. So, when we talk of human resources, we are talking about, workforce in an organization. That's human resource. Then the management is talking about managing all aspects of related to this that staff in the organization and is the responsibility of the human resource management, to ensure that the right type of person is employed, and they are performing at the level they should be performing. This is important for extension organization because both public and private and NGOs, because extension is kind of special. It deals with people, and people to be employed must be people that can relate with people who extension is targeting. Basically, extension targets rural people, farmers, but that's just the basic. Extension attends to other value chain actors, marketers, transporters, processors, storage, and all those things. Even commercial farms, extension has to relate with organizations, educational like university, colleges, research institutes, government organizations, health, environmental, and all that are involved with farmers. So you have to employ people who will be able to perform at such level. So the functions of HR and good job analysis, recruiting, hiring staff, for specific position, managing wages, and all those are important jobs that a human resource management needs to do. And it's important you know that because that might be one of the role you may play as a professional in this field. And so, more, what are the legal implications of this? Okay, sorry. There are legal implications for this. An extension professional must consider the legal side. You know, in performing these roles, must consider the legal side because employees have rights, so the organizations and people are under risk when they go out for um, field work to meet out with farmers and other value chain actors. They're under risk. Some communities are dangerous. They could kidnap people, they could maim them, they could harm them, and things. So there's risks out there working as an extension personnel. This has to be put in consideration. There have to be terms and condition and provision for people to do their work and legal backings for both the organization and the individual in case of anything goes wrong. And those are things you should put in place as an extension professional working in this context of human resource management. Okay, so we'll move on to Unit 6. Unit 6 talks of coordination and control in agricultural extension management. What exactly is coordination? Coordination is a key function of management. You have to coordinate people. So it's the process of getting all organizational responsibilities, activities management, and control structures to work together for the purpose of achieving the goal of the organization in an efficient manner. You know, putting all things together or coordinating. Now, this is you in a management position, not just HRM now, as a manager, in extension organization. So you must understand what coordination is. There are different types of coordination. We have internal and external. There are two ways we can divide it, internal, external, then also can divide into vertical, horizontal, and substantive. You know, then it's not five types, but two ways of differentiating. You can say internal, external. Internal, is more of when we are talking about coordination between different sectors or different departments within an organization. Is internal, different sectors or different departments within an organization. While external is talking about the organization and other people, maybe the organization and communities and governments and investors, suppliers, research, like I was saying before. But internal, between different sectors in let's just put it as department, between different departments in an organization. And we can also divide it vertical, horizontal, and substantive. Vertical is talking about the up movement, up and down. That's is talking about between different levels within the organization, between the manager and the recruit, or between the field agent and the office, personnel and all, just like that. While horizontal talks of people at the same level, teams among field agents, among field agents, we have people like that among field agents. When we have horizontal um, coordination among same level, maybe managers or trainers or specialists in the field, maybe specialists in crop, in fisheries, in animal, all in that level. They are the same level, but you're coordinating between them. Yeah. Then substance team just talks about the entire activities in the organization, going back and forth, getting equipment, getting this, who gets that. Those are all movements. So that is what coordination is all about. That. So when there are barriers to coordinating effectively in an organization. One of it is lack of commitment from the leadership. Yeah, that's a major one. When the leadership is not committed, to to the activities of coordination, then there'll be barrier because it takes money to coordinate. So If the leadership is not aware or not backing it up in terms of, yes, let's do this first, there will be no authority to coordinate, to tell people what to do or how to do things. Secondly, when there's no budget to back it up, then you may not be able to move an inch because coordination takes money. To move people, to move equipment takes money. So these are barriers. Then if there's no process to evaluate what is being done, before and after, how was it? Maybe an activity was done in one level, one day, maybe like that we talked about horizontal coordination, and then we don't know exactly the output of it. We can't say this is what happened, this is what was achieved. This no, no, no. Then coordination will not work. Then no baseline to measure progress, and it won't be effective. Baseline refers to a situational value that existed before a change was put in place. This shows the part of coordination is kind of, you know, this is what we were, status quo. After this activity, this is where we are now. So without that baseline, coordination won't really work. And that's where we are. So that's basically about that coordination. Then unit 7 is talking about organizational control. Kind of control, the control process, the principles and barriers to that control. Sorry, that's control, not coordination, barriers to control. So organizational control is different from coordination. You know, coordination is about pushing towards a goal, making things to happen. But control is establishing and maintaining authority over subordinates and throughout all chains of command in the organization. You know, it's what the word is, control. Putting things under check to ensure things are working the way it should be working. People are doing what they should be doing, you know. So this is top management position activity. So the control process involves collecting information about the organizational performance, allocating, evaluating, regulating resources on a continuous basis to achieve the goals of the organization. So it is top level, activity. And remember, you are being prepared as an extension professional. You can be at any level and work at any level. And so that's why you should understand that there is a place of organizational control in extension organization, which everybody needs to work, and there are barriers to it. Just like lack of resources, no measuring, the time lag in information flow. That's a unique thing in this one because when you are controlling people, you have to give people instructions of what to do at particular times. When there is a lag in that information flow of what to do, people will be stagnated, don't know what next. Are we going out? Are we coming in? Are we visiting farmers? Are we starting the program? You know, then when we can analyze information, we have to bring out this, information for decision making, with much information that is collected as the control, is supposed to be analyzed with insight that will move the organization forward. When there's no capacity to analyze such information and bring out insights that can move the organization forward, control can have problem because there may be need for adjustment. That's what research does. Checks, with data and gets adjustment. So that's that. And that will be all for this thing for today. You can read through the material for more information, and if you have questions, you feel free to ask us. We will go and move on to the next module. Thank you. So that's the material there. You have access to it. Please go ahead and use it.